William Hazlitt. William Hazlitt was a prominent English essayist, critic, painter, philosopher, and social commentator. He is now regarded as one of the most esteemed critics and essayists in the history of English language, often mentioned alongside literary figures like Samuel Johnson and George Orwell. Additionally, he is recognized as one of the foremost art critics of his time, despite the fact that his works are no longer widely read or in print. Hazlitt's early years were marked by a childhood spent in Ireland and North America, where his father, a Unitarian preacher, supported the American rebels. The family returned to England when Hazlitt was 9 and they settled in Shropshire. Hazlitt, as a youth, exhibited sullen and unapproachable tendencies that persisted throughout his life. Despite these social challenges, he was an avid reader, and his early years laid the foundation for his extensive learning. Hazlitt turned to painting during his youth and traveled to Paris in 1802 to work at the Louvre. However, the outbreak of war between England and France compelled his return to his home country. Although friends like Charles Lamb, William Wordsworth, and Samuel Taylor Coleridge encouraged his aspirations as a painter, Hazlitt shifted his focus to metaphysics and the study of philosophy in 1805. He published his first book on the principles of human action in 1806. In 1808, Hazlitt married Sarah Stoddart and they moved to Winterslow on Salisbury Plain, a location that became his favorite retreat for contemplation and writing. Despite completing several literary projects, Hazlitt found himself penniless by the end of 1811. In response, he delivered a series of lectures on philosophy in London and began working as a journalist, critic, and essayist for the Morning Chronicle. He quickly established himself as a prominent critic and writer. Hazlitt contributed to several publications, including Lehann's Examiner, and this association led to the publication of The Round Table in 1817, a collection of 52 essays, of which 40 were authored by Hazlitt. He also published Characters of Shakespeare's Plays in 1817, which received widespread acclaim. However, he became embroiled in several disputes, often with his friends, due to his outspoken views expressed in various journals. He forged new friendships with influential writers like Percy Bysshe Shelley and John Keats, and solidified his reputation as a lecturer by delivering courses on the English poets and English comic writers. He also published a collection of political essays. Hazlitt prepared lectures on the dramatic literature of the Age of Elizabeth in 1819 and continued writing essays for various journals, particularly John Scott's London Magazine. Hazlitt's personal life was marked by challenges, including a divorce from his wife in 1822. He experienced a tumultuous romantic relationship, the details of which he described in Liber Amoris or The New Pygmalion in 1823. During this period, he wrote many of his finest essays, which were later compiled in two of his most famous books, Table Talk and The Plain Speaker. Additional essays were edited by his son William and his biographer P. P. Howe and published in works like Sketches and Essays, Literary Remains, Winterslow, and New Writings. Hazlitt also wrote sketches of the principal picture galleries in England in 1824. Table Talk. Table Talk is a collection of essays by the renowned English cultural critic and social commentator William Hazlitt. It was initially published in 2 volumes, with the first volume appearing in April 1821. The essays within this collection cover a wide range of topics, including art, literature, and philosophy. Duncan Wu, a Hazlitt scholar, has described these essays as the pinnacle of Hazlitt's achievement and suggests that Table Talk and The Plain Speaker represent Hazlitt's masterpiece. One of the essays in Table Talk that exemplifies Hazlitt's style is titled On the Pleasure of Painting. This essay was originally intended to be a reflection on the life of Hazlitt's father, who had passed away in 1820. However, it involved into a discussion of Hazlitt's views on the nature of art and the profound mental satisfaction derived from the act of painting. The essay concludes with a deeply personal account of an occasion when Hazlitt painted a portrait of his father in the Unitarian chapel at Wem, Shropshire. The use of the pronoun I and the exploration of personal subject matter in this essay highlight Hazlitt's mastery of the familiar essay form.